Hello, welcome to a new video. If this is the first time you're seeing me, hello, my name is Emma, I'm 25, I live in Sweden, and on this channel I document my attempt at becoming a better person. If you want to know the specifics of that, you can watch my earlier videos, but to make a long story short, that is the purpose of my channel. I am not dressed to impress today. I did not get any sleep last night, so I might yawn a lot in this video. But let's do it anyway. My last video got some comments that honestly, some of them were actually kind of funny, but I have a little script, notes, whatever you call it. How is this supposed to be? Never mind. I have my little script or whatever here. Let me just read the first part of my notes. In my last video, I talked about dating, what I think of it, what I look for in a partner, and what I am like as a partner. There have been some comments that made me realize that I didn't explain things very well, so I decided to clear some things up in this video. Correct. I did not have a script for my last video, and maybe I should have, because there seems to be some people who misunderstood the things that I said. So, hey, let's respond to some comments, I guess. There was one that was actually kind of funny. So this is the comment that I really liked, because not only this comment is thing is, comments like this I actually appreciate because they're completely honest, but also because I need to hear these kinds of things, because how else am I supposed to learn about this? So I guess mean comments, though these aren't really mean comments, but they're not positive, so I just call them mean comments to make them distinguishable from the good comments, I guess. But this is a comment that I kind of liked, so I'm gonna read it. Number 4 is hilarious. You admit to not being an established person, but if someone wants to date you, they need to be well established. For fuck's sakes, lol. Then number 3 is even better. Needing constant positive reassurance that you're not doing anything bad. Jeez, Emma. Is this a guideline to dating you or being your babysitter? I think you're cool and I get why you're making these videos. I just can't sugarcoat this. You're undateable. You admitted you're manipulative and a bad person. I actually think those are your best and most useful qualities. You would be better suited for climbing the ranks of a Fortune 500 company, stepping over and on anyone that gets in your way of becoming CEO or CFO. But dating? Nah. You'll only chew up and spit out some poor simp. Man, I enjoy these videos. Great work as always. I responded, did you deliberately misunderstand? Because this is like the complete opposite of what I was talking about. However, I do have to say, maybe that's my own fault because I wasn't clear enough. So, this is the main comment, but there are actually some other comments that are also kind of funny. But I did write down some explanations for what I meant in that video, because in that video I didn't explain it very well. Or maybe I did, but people still don't like it. But regardless, I'm gonna make myself clear in this video, and if you still dislike it, then that's your right to do. Here, I have written, me being a bad person isn't necessarily a fact, because people tell me I'm not a bad person, I never have any ill intentions, and I always put others before myself. I say that I am a bad person because I feel like I am a bad person because of certain events growing up. Everything I say is from my own perspective, which means that there is a chance that I am wrong because I'm just not that smart. I often say that I'm a bad person. I think I'm a bad person because I don't think I have done enough to prove that I am a good person. And if you're not a good person, then you're a bad person. And that's just simple math. But that does not mean, well, I might think that I'm a bad person, but everyone else seems to think that I'm not, because they think I've been doing all these good things. I try my best not to be a bad person. I try my best to be a good person. But since I'm not that smart, I don't know if I'm very good at it. So, me being a bad person, take it with a pinch of salt. That is just my own opinion about myself. I am going to speak about me being a bad person as if it's fact, because for me it is fact, because it's my own opinion. But it is not necessarily agreed upon from other people. I wish I could listen to those other people and take it to heart when they say, you're not a bad person. And I would really wish that I could believe them. But I don't. I'm gonna have to work on that, but that is how that is. There was also this about, what was it? You admitted you're manipulative and a bad person. Well, here's the thing regarding being manipulative. This is what I have written. When I talked about being manipulative, I did not mean that I am actually manipulative. I was talking about my fear of being manipulative. I know that I am capable of being manipulative, which is something I never want to be. I am still hurt from when I myself was manipulated, which is why I'm so scared of becoming manipulative. Being manipulated sucks. It doesn't take a genius to figure that out. And since I used to be manipulated, maybe I still am, I hope not, but I am fully aware of what a shit thing it is to do. Manipulating, that is. But I know that I am capable of it. And it kind of scares me because I am working so hard. Well, I think that I'm working really, really, really hard not to be manipulated and to be a good person. And I think that I am working hard enough to become a good person to say that I am not manipulative. I know what it means to be manipulative. And I am not. It just doesn't fit me. Which, maybe I have given some different vibes or whatever, but I am never intentionally manipulative. I would never do that. I think it's a disgusting thing to do. The memories of myself being manipulated are enough to scare me from ever even attempting to be manipulative. So, me admitting to being manipulative and a bad person is a misunderstanding. I think I'm a bad person, and I try my hardest not to be manipulative. But I don't think I was clear enough, which is a repeating pattern. I'm bad at communicating, essentially. So I don't blame this guy for thinking that I said that I was manipulative and a bad person. I guess I was giving mixed signals or whatever. Also, they spoke about number 4 and number 3 and whatever. And that in my last video, I listed 5 things that I would like regarding relationships. Number 1 was for it not to be parasocial. Duh. Number 2 was for the other person to build from the ground up. I'm reading my notes, by the way. Which means that I want them to be very open and communicate what they want the relationship to be like, because I am too inexperienced to know what I'm supposed and not supposed to do. I just haven't dated that much, and me being as insecure as I am, I need to be told what to do in a relationship. I need to be given very clear instructions of what I am supposed to do and what I am not supposed to do. And then obviously there are the things that even I know you can't do. Cheating, hurting others, being mean, stealing, all that sort of stuff. That is a no-no. But the specifics I am not really good at figuring out. So if I ever get into a relationship with someone, they're gonna have to be very clear on what they want, because I can't read minds. I am not going to figure out what they want from me if they don't tell me. So that's what that means. That was number 2. Number 3. Is for the other person to regularly reassure me that things are okay, that I am not bothersome, that I am doing good, and to hype me up so that I get motivated to become a better person and improve my life. Remember what I said about working so hard to become a better person because I think that I am a bad person? That's what this is about. I do everything that I can to be a good person, but I wouldn't mind someone else helping me out. I said in a video where I really cried, and it's called My True Self, and I was kind of done with everything, and I just decided that, you know what, I'm just gonna cry for a little bit, and so I did. What was it that I said? I am fighting this battle alone, and I have nobody to talk to. And that is very true. So if I date someone, I would highly appreciate if they said that things are going well, that I'm doing okay, and that they don't find me bothersome, and that I am doing good, and essentially hype me up, because that will motivate me not to give up on becoming a better person. And I think that when it comes to becoming a better person, the journey never ends. You can never stop. There is no end in sight. There is always something that you can do in order to become a better person. And I think it's gonna be a lot easier if someone else is there to hype me up. Which is what that number 3 in these 5 things that I want meant. Number 4 is for the other person to be independent and have their life figured out and have a safe and or solid future, so that they can help me to also become independent and figure my life out and get a safe and or solid future, and to give good advice when hyping me up with number 3. Excuse me. What In my video, I said that someone has to be well established, which might mean something completely different than what I actually meant. What I meant was that if I get into a relationship, I need the other person to have their shit together and know what the fuck they're doing. Because I don't have my shit together. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And if they know what they're doing, and if they know, if they are independent and they have their life figured out, and as I mentioned, have their shit together, then the advice and the hype that I get from them with number 3 is going to be significantly more effective when hyping me up and motivating me to become a better person. This commenter said, number 4 is hilarious. This is the one I'm talking about now. You admit to not being an established person, but if someone wants to date you, they need to be well established. I absolutely see where you're coming from with that. How do I explain this? The standard, maybe I came off as if I'm setting a very high standard that everyone else needs to follow, but I don't. Which is not at all what I wanted to say. Those standards, I also have to follow those standards. I have yet to actually do that and be capable of doing that, because I'm not that smart and I'm not a good person. I don't think I'm a good person, at least. So if I meet someone that is independent or well established, which is what I said, then I can ask them for help, because they have done what I want to do. I want to be inspired by that person. I want to be not necessarily taught by that person, because I have to teach myself and they're not my parent, they're just a partner. But I just want to get my shit together and become independent. And it feels like I can only do that if the person that I'm dating, if I begin dating someone, is independent and have their life figured out and have their shit together. Because if I start dating someone that is doing as bad as I'm doing, it's just gonna be a shit show. And it's gonna be a disaster. And I have a feeling that it's gonna end up being a codependency situation. Codependency is something that I want to avoid at all costs. That is why I want to become independent. And so, to clarify, the standard of someone else, or the standard of my partner or the person that I am dating, being well established or independent and having their life figured out and having a safe future ahead of them and knowing what the fuck they're doing, is important. I forgot what I was gonna say, but that is the standard of them having their life figured out and being independent and having their shit together. That doesn't just go for the people that I date. It also goes for me. I just haven't been able to meet my own standards yet. I'm just not that smart. I'm not a good person, and I'm bothersome as fuck. So It's taking time, but one day, mark my words, one day I will be independent. I will have my life figured out. I will have my shit together, and I will be happy and healthy, and I will be a good person. And I can only wish the same for the person that I might start dating. That is what I meant when I said that the person that I will date needs to be well established. I meant that they need to have their shit together. They cannot be doing as badly as I'm doing, because that is just like getting on a ship that is already sinking. It's just not gonna work. So that's what I meant. But I absolutely see where this commenter is coming from. It does actually seem like I'm putting others to a standard that I myself don't have to live up to, which is not the case. I do have to live up to that standards. I am very mad at myself for not living up to that standard. I'm very disappointed in myself for not living up to that standard, and I really, really, really do want to live up to that standard, but I have yet to be able to do so. Number 5 is for the 5th thing that I would like in a relationship out of these 5 things that I've mentioned is for the other person not to get discouraged by my difficulties when it comes to love. Love hurts, and I am scared of getting hurt. To avoid that, I have made a habit out of never loving so that I never get hurt. I want to know what love is, and how to not get hurt by it. I want to know what love is. I'm a terrible singer, so I apologize for that. But yeah, love hurts. It really does. At least in my experience. Maybe it's because of my bad experiences, but if I start dating someone, I don't want the relationship to hurt me, obviously. I want it to be a healthy relationship. I want it to be a happy relationship with clear communication, and honestly, with the clear communication and with healthy boundaries, I wouldn't mind compromising on my own, like, comfort for the other person to be comfortable and whatever. As I mentioned in the initial video, the one called The Guide on Dating Me, other people, to me, are worth far more than I am. I would rather focus on making other people happy rather than making myself happy. That is why I don't see any reason not to compromise on my own comfort in a relationship. But at the same time, I want the other person to, like, meet me halfway. Like, I want it to be a happy and healthy relationship. I don't know how else to explain it. A happy and healthy relationship is a happy and healthy relationship. And maybe it's going to be really difficult for anybody to have a relationship with me because of it. There's always hope, but as this commenter said, you're undateable. Maybe that's the case. But, you know, that's why I don't love. So that I never get hurt. Because in my experience, love hurts. It really does. I don't have anything more written in my notes, but there are some funny comments. that. Oh, right. By the way, this guy that wrote this comment that I have been reading about, that's a very good comment, actually. It made me think. Thank you for commenting it. You admitted that you're manipulative and a bad person. I actually think those are your best and most useful qualities. Okay, Patrick Bateman, listen. Apologies for making it seem like I actually am manipulative and a bad person. That is not at all what I meant. But you saying that those are my best and most useful qualities, I don't know what to say. Being manipulative and a bad person are terrible qualities. Why would anyone want to be manipulative and a bad person? I am not putting in this much work to be a manipulative and a bad person. If so, I am so fucking disappointed with myself if that's how I come off. But hey, at least this is motivating me to get better. Oh well. They might be right, though. So, there certainly is something to think about. Also, there's this really funny comment that says, honestly, mate, you're overloaded with guilt. Seek a priest and confess. Fuck shrimps, psychologists, etc. I'm not even fucking joking. I'm not religious. I'm just gonna say that. You can say that I should give up psychologists. You can say that I can give up shrinks, but to give up shrimps is Are you telling me that I can never eat tempura fried shrimp again? That is making me very sad. Now you're not even fucking joking. Shrimp is important. I am not giving up shrimp, so sorry about that. Yeah. Yeah. I think that's enough for this video. I just wanted to explain a little bit of what I meant because I do realize that I wasn't very clear. I didn't have a script for the last video, which maybe is the reason why it came out so odd, or maybe it's why people misunderstood so easily. But I hope I have clarified what I meant. And to the people commenting, no hard feelings. Thank you for commenting, because it did make me realize, and had you not commented it, I probably would not have realized. And hey, it certainly is motivating me to become a better person, which is what I try to do on a daily. So, thank you for the comments. With that being said, I can't convince you to I can't convince you that I am a good person and that I'm not manipulative and that I'm not a psychopath, essentially, by just telling you. Actions speak louder than words. So, my advice to you, just as time goes, see if you still think that. I don't know if that's how you say it, but if I still seem manipulative, psychopathic, and like I'm a bad person in the future, then hey, maybe you called it. But I have reason to believe that I'll prove you wrong. So let's just wait and see. Have I anything more I want to say? I don't think so. I think that's it. Yeah. Looks like that's it. I hope I explained it well enough. But to make a long story short, I'm not manipulative. Me saying that I'm a bad person is my own opinion, not a fact. And I'm not a psychopath. But I guess we'll have to wait and see, because actions speak louder than words, and I can't convince you just by saying it, but hopefully I can convince you by my actions in the future. Until then, I hope you can have a good time or whatever. I hope you're gonna enjoy my videos. Maybe you don't enjoy my videos, maybe you don't want to watch them anymore, but that's up to you entirely. With that being said, I think we can call it a day. I hope you are having a wonderful day. I wish you nothing but the best. And take care. Thanks for watching.